No, when you ask, they don't take your time. I need to ask.
We
because
have
of-
6 minutes.
Wow. Okay. Now then I'll be very short. Tumela tuna muthusa.
Tobela.
La phila papa.
Siyaphila kunjani?
Awa siyaphila nathi. Oh siyakhuluma. Awa. Nekare ra bolela.
Hayi kuyabulela.
Lu apa ke apa.
Le nna ke apa. Na bulabula.
Quick one. I'm worried and concerned. My colleague asked you here, Hori, the fact that it's been a year and you guys don't have a delegated work clear to you to do, in fact. Doesn't it that worry you, Hori? We are wasting taxpayers' money somehow?
Look, I will be the happiest to have my responsibilities clearly defined, but I also appreciate where we are, where we come from, and we are not just sitting idle, waiting to be given responsibilities. We are working as a team. We do things. It's just unfortunate that we have, which brought us here, the crafting of a note, which if it was not done, we wouldn't be here. But generally speaking, we have been a team dealing with policing, and there have been progress registered by the team. And I think we were on the right track to dealing with criminality in the country. The way we have positioned ourselves, the way we have been able to look at the structure, the way we have been able to look at the personnel at our disposal, which can then augment the work that we do. For instance, folding the inspectorate. It's a major achievement for you to do something like that, and to also come to the determination with the structure that we have before us to say, yes, we are going to have visible policing, but at the same time we are going to have operational response team that basically goes into an area and ensure that when they leave, the area is not the same as it was before. And the approach that have been adopted now, we have what we call Operation Shaniela Phase 2, which is slightly different to the way we have been dealing with Shaniela, which we launched then under Minister Kelly. So we were on the right track, the right focus, and something came and disrupted that thinking or that flow that was unfolding. But I believe that despite this, we still are on track, because this structure that is in place, there is no way that it will be shelved and not be implemented. It has been signed off by the National Commissioner. The unions are on board. Everybody is on course. And I believe we are ready to move with the implementation of that structure. So it's not like we were sitting and not doing anything. Work has been going on. Unfortunately, we took longer than we should have. We could have done better.
All right. Let me ask this: who appoints deputy ministers?
The President of the Republic.
So, when it comes to these two deputies, you don't have clear delegated responsibilities.
No, the President has delegated the ministers to deal with this matter, and the minister was working on it. It's unfortunate that this happened before it could be finalized, but like I said, if he come back tomorrow, he reports for duty, or Thursday, this will be one of the things that he disposes of from the table.
No, but yaka ere ki phoso ya mang gore lena alina yona alina delegated responsibilities.
Ke arabile kere President o delegate le minister to deal with these matters, and the minister is working on it.
So ki phoso ya mang?
No, it's the minister who is supposed to process the delegation because he has been delegated to do so by the president.
Whose fault is it that you don't have responsibilities? Which minister?
No, not that I don't have responsibilities, that we have not signed off the delegated authority. We have not signed off. So as soon as the minister is ready for us to do that, we will be able to process that.
All right, Gabano, I read holy answer mo karabo mo. I'm worried, Morena Donatus. Hore. Under this president, we had one acting minister, one suspended minister, one deputy minister, and another deputy minister. That's 4. And another acting minister, 5. And all of them, they are coming in the space of this financial term. Does it maybe when you try maybe katsela engore no man morena president I don't know bolela mo re ja tšhelete ya batho ka tsela ya wrong because re dutse mo ke no nyaka mbereko mo ke no bereka ke etsa something gore o mpone gore ke busy le nna. Because what you are saying to me, you are saying you are working, you are doing something. It's like, look busy, Jesus is coming.
No.
So to me it gives me that. Doesn't it worry your conscience, Hori? So much money has been spent on 5 positions that are not seriously helping South Africans. I'll be doing my last question after this. When the light is red, it's time for the last question. Once. Which party are you coming from, sir? Which party deployed you?
Is that part of your terms of reference?
No.
Because I want to be.
It is political interference. That's what I want to know. It's political, part of political interference.
Look, I am a member of the African National Congress.
And your second deputy?
She is a member of the ANC as well.
But member of ANC as well?
Absolutely.
You may answer that question. Thank you, Chair. Remember, there's a question.
But why are you appointed as deputy minister, and then we have got an acting minister? You know, the minister is on leave because we have to deal with what we are dealing with now here. That's why you are part of the ad hoc committee that is presiding to deal with these facts so that you are able to advise Parliament, for Parliament to advise on how things can be done better, different from what brought us here. And because of that, you must have somebody responsible for policing, and an acting minister has been appointed in that regard. Thank you very much, Chair.
Sorry, Chair. I think that my question was not answered. Maybe you didn't hear my question. My question speaks to your conscience. For these 5 positions are chowing in the same pot at one time. What is your perception regarding that, and how do you feel about it, Ori? There's 2 deputy ministers, there's 2 acting ministers, there's 1 suspended minister. All of these people are still getting salaries, by the way, except for one, Honorable Mantashe, if I may say. What's your take on that? What about the South Africans? What are you saying to them about that?
Look, it's not about my feelings that we are dealing with here. We are dealing with.
Can you come forward to the mic, sir, while you speak about?
I think, Chair, I don't think the member, the question that he's raising is relevant to what we are dealing with, and I've tried to answer him. He's not satisfied with my answer. I can't answer beyond this.
So you are satisfied with the answer that you have given?
Yeah.
Okay. Honorable members,
Chair.
We will come back
Sorry,
at 4:30.
Point of order, Chair. If you say you're asking the honorable sitting there, Worry, is he satisfied with the answer? What is the answer? What was the answer? I didn't hear an answer, sir.
Yeah, what he says is that the answer that he has given to you, he stands by it.
Answer to which question, sir?
My understanding is that the question that you were asking was a follow-up, and that is why you were able to clarify it.
Chair, which party are you from? I feel there's a defense here, Chair. I feel that way, not disrespect intended, because the question I asked, Chair, if no mamets, if Nkarim fair answer when that he gave me, you can't give it to me unless Chair when you can just clarify to me. No, he answered this way in this
You
question.
asked him a question
Yes.
about appointment of 5. I listened very carefully.
Yes, and what was the answer, Chair?
And he responded.
Which was the answer? I didn't get the answer, Chair. That's what I'm asking.
But you asked a follow-up question. You even said to
No, I
him
was
that-
clarifying the question, Chair.
No, listen to what you said. You said to him that the question I'm asking is talking to your consciousness. I heard everything. And he came back and said the answer that I gave on that question. But look, I'm prepared to.
No, Chair, we can drop it. I understand. Chair.
No. We don't do things like that. We don't work like that. Because at the time you finished questioning, it was 18 minutes past 4, and your time has ended at 4:15. And how I want us to conduct proceedings must be in such a way that we show respect to one another as members of this committee. When your time is up, it is up, and that must be the understanding, honorable members. Because I wanted to call a break, a 15 minutes break. No, I must call a break. But before I call a break, I want us to get back to our business.
We need to analyze the situation because the president's use of taxpayers' money for a corrupt and dysfunctional department is deeply concerning.
Deputy Minister Cassel Mathale was recently asked how he feels about being one of 2 deputy ministers serving under the Minister of Police, especially while another suspended minister continues to receive a full salary. His response may not have raised eyebrows, but the situation certainly should. South Africans are becoming increasingly frustrated with the wastage of taxpayer money on redundant political positions. How can we justify having 2 deputy ministers and 2 ministers within a single department when our police service continues to struggle with inefficiency, corruption, and lack of resources? The public deserves to know what these leaders are actually contributing in return for their salaries. This arrangement makes the government appear bloated and disconnected from the realities faced by ordinary citizens who experience crime daily yet see little to no improvement in policing. It's time to ask serious questions about accountability, performance, and value for money. South Africa cannot afford a leadership structure that drains public funds without delivering visible results. Please continue to subscribe to my channel for more insights into South African politics and issues of corruption. South Africans are growing tired of seeing taxpayer money wasted on redundant political positions. How can we justify paying 2 deputies and 2 ministers within one department, while our police service continues to struggle with inefficiency, corruption, and under-resourcing? The public deserves to know what exactly these leaders are doing for their salaries. This kind of arrangement makes government appear bloated and out of touch with the reality on the ground, where ordinary citizens face crime daily and yet see little to no improvement in policing. It's time to ask serious questions about accountability, performance, and value for money. South Africa cannot afford leadership structures that drain the public purse without delivering visible results. Please continue to subscribe to my channel for more South African politics and their corruptions.